Hi, cuties. So, I just beat the Callisto protocol. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
I'm kidding. I actually have too many fucking things to say about this game. And honestly, this video is going to have zero structure at all. Like, just consider this a rant. I need to get all my feelings out about this game, and yeah, let's get into it. So first things first, I want to say, as soon as I beat the game and the credits rolled, I was left with a positive feeling. I did overall enjoy my experience with the game. You know what I'm saying? It is nowhere near as bad as you are reading on these horrendous blogs and websites just trying to get a click. Unless you're a PC nerd. That being said, as with every modern AAA fucking game nowadays, I was plagued with some bugs and some glitches and an overall feeling that the game probably needed another 3-4 months in the air fryer for real. I played on Series X and the frame rate was and there would be a lot of drops. Also, I had this weird ass glitch where the audio was going like nah, 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 but that's okay, I got over it pretty quickly. Alright, I know I said this video is not going to have structure, but let's just start off by talking about the gameplay. Honestly, man, what the fuck? They advertised this as an action survival horror game, but bro, it should have been advertised as a beat-em-up brawler fighting fucking game, dude. In this game, you get one melee weapon, if you don't count the shiv, and one combo that gets extended by one more swing if upgraded, bro. Listen, I am so okay with the melee-focused horror game. One of my favorites all time is Condemned Criminal Oranges, bro, but this game is simply dodge left, dodge right, swing, dodge left, dodge right, swing. And don't even get me started with the pea shooters in this game, bro. For like the first 4 hours of the Callisto protocol, there is almost no reason to use the guns unless it's mid-melee combo for real. However, it does feel very satisfying to dispatch of a whole group of bitches without getting hit. Like when you use your grip, Half-Life 2, grab gun shit, and it does feel really chunky and yummy to see the blood squirt everywhere, so yeah. Also, for a survival horror game, there is a horrendous lack of puzzles. Even in Dead Space 1 and 2, you had to use your brain sometimes, like, damn! This game is just, put the fuse in the box. Like, bro, are we 3 years old? What the fuck? Speaking of being 3 years old, this game is so linear that even when it's a straight-ass corridor, they will still have some cringy immersion-breaking arrows being like, hey, go this way, man! Like who the fuck left this here? For example, they introduce you to the fake-ass clickers that are blind and have hypersensitive hearing or whatever, and despite being shown that in a really cool cutscene, they still plaster the message, don't make a sound, fucking everywhere, bro.
Okay, I get it. They're blind and they can only hear me. God damn.
This game has God of War syndrome, where they feel the need to coddle the player the whole time instead of just letting them explore. This is an M-rated game. If you are a grown-ass man or a woman and you can't discover these motherfuckers are blind, I don't know what to tell you, dog. You sell your console. Let me calm down, though. I will compliment this game's overall design and the set pieces because this shit is gorgeous as fuck. I was actually in photo mode like half the time. And I love Jacob's animations he'll do where you're walking forward and he'll start anxiously looking everywhere. It really adds to the sense of him being like, damn, bro, I'm scared as shit right now. However, sadly, it is just Jacob being scared because I will say this is probably the least scary game I have ever fucking played. Every scripted jump scare is so bad it's laughable at times. There was a moment where I saw a zombie necromorph diseased bitch just run across the screen and they played this scary stinger music to try and get you, but I literally had to pause the game because I was laughing so hard. That shit had me looking at the fake imaginary camera in the corner of my room like a character from The Office, bro. It was just not scary at all, and the rest of this game is just genuinely so bad at jump scares. It's so crazy because Dead Space 1 is a genuinely horrifying experience up until the end, so I don't know how they dropped the ball so bad here. After I beat Callisto, I went and played Minecraft, and I got more scared in the caves of that game. On God, bro. And listen, the game doesn't have to be so scary that I ship my Victoria's Secrets, but if that's going to be a focus, then it has to be. If it's going to be an action game, it has to have good gameplay. So when both are mid in this game, it's not a good sign, man. Jacob also has to be covered in peanut butter or pudding or some shit, bro, because every animation he does is so slow. It's hard to believe his life is ever in jeopardy, because that motherfucker stay cool, calm, and collected. If you ever have to use a health injector in this game, get ready because Jacob has to kneel down, inspect the needle, flick the tip a little bit, sterilize it, take a deep inhale, find a vein, insert for about 10 seconds, squeeze for another 30, and then you get your fucking health back. And it was cool for like a first animation because you see the health being put back in your little neck screen or whatever, but it is the same slow animation for the entire game. So if you're ever mid-battle, get rid of the idea you're healing, dog. It's not gonna happen. Not to mention, he has the same mentality for switching weapons. They have a quote-unquote quick swap button, but Jacob carefully unzips his little fanny pack, slowly places the other gun back so it doesn't get scratched, and then he pulls the new gun out and spits on it, and then it's ready to fire. Like, fuck! I'm sorry I'm going on such a tangent about this, but it genuinely made me dread using the guns in this game, which sucks because the feeling of blowing an infected squirty little head off sounds and feels so good. Now, as for the story in this game, it's a story. I was actually intrigued with it, but without spoiling too much, I will say there was a moment where things come into perspective for Jacob, and he starts to feel all sorry for himself, but if it was me in that situation, I wouldn't give a fuck at all. It was completely out of his control. A motherfucker like me would have been like, damn, and kept it pushing. It affects him so bad, it causes him to make a silly final decision, which leads to a kinda unsatisfactory ending. Apparently they're gonna continue the story in a summer DLC pack or whatever, but I don't even know how I feel about that, bro. We just paid $70 for an 8-hour game max, and then we gotta pay another $30 for a season pass to continue this mid-story in 6 months. I'm cool on that, bro. You actually pay $10 for every hour you play in this game. Think about that. With 0 replay value, I have no reason to go back to that game because there's no new game plus. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on this game, because I mainly am, but like I said, I left with positive emotions overall. It's just funny to hate sometimes. I'd give it like a solid 7 out of 10, and I still love Glenn Schofield, and I want this game to succeed so fucking bad it hurts. I think that's why I feel so passionately about this game, honestly. So Glenn, if you watching this, dog, hire me. I'll help craft a better sequel, bro. I'll do that shit for free, brah. All jokes aside, I hope they do actually make a sequel and just really step things up. They genuinely just have to make the game feel more polished and fun to play. When Dead Space from 2008 feels better, that's when you know it's an issue, man. So I'd say if you were trying to play this game, please just wait. This shit is worth maybe $40 max. I would wait even until like the full package comes out with all the DLC, because maybe then it'll be a decently long experience. Damn! But yeah, I just wanted to rant about one of my most anticipated games of this year and try not to cry the entire time while doing it. I hope this game can make a great comeback story after the developers watch this video and get so inspired because they realize they have to impress Jack the Ripper, bro. But yeah, I love you guys. Drool on that like button, explosive diarrhea on the subscribe, and
Bye.